For a decade, we've been playing a lie. We call ourselves the tactical geniuses because we downloaded a 4-2-3-1 gegenpress tactic from a forum, clicked auto assign on our Wonder Kids, and watched the trophies just roll in. We found the broken instructions. We exploited the match engine's inability to handle certain passing lanes. We solved the game. But then FM26 happened. The move to Unity wasn't just about better grass or 3D crowds. It was a fundamental lobotomy of the old engine. The plug-and-play era is dead. If you try and play FM26 like FM24, you'll probably be sacked by Christmas. Today we're exploring the death of the meta, looking at how dual formation system and then fluid roles have turned Football Manager from a spreadsheet we can solve into a living, breathing simulation of football's modern philosophy. To understand why the meta died, we have to look about what it was. In previous years, the formation was just a static cage. If you played 4-3-3, your left back stayed more or less in the left back zone. You could give them instructions to get further forward, but their identity was tied to the starting dot on the screen. In FM26, those dots are gone, or rather, they have become suggestions. The introduction of the in and out of possession screens is the single biggest change in the history of the series. It reflects what we see in the real world with managers like Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta. Like with Manchester City when they attack, you aren't in 4-3-3. They are 3-2-5. When they defend, they might be 4-4-2. For years, Miles Jacobson and the team at the Sports Interactive struggled to replicate this. In the old engine, moving a player from one position to another during a match was just a coding nightmare. In Unity, it's the default. It means that overpowered tactic doesn't really exist anymore because your opponent's shape is constantly mutating. You aren't playing against a 4-4-2, you're playing against a team that occupies half spaces 1 second, then drops into low block the next. We used to have a type. If you wanted a good winger, you look for pace, acceleration and dribbling. If you had those three, the rest didn't really matter. You should game the system by finding players with high physicals and ignoring their tactical intelligence. In FM26, the match engine logic has shifted the weight towards mental attributes and adaptability. Because players now have hybrid roles, like the advanced centre-back who is expected to overlap his winger, a player with 18 pace but 5 decisions is now a liability. In the old engine, he'd run just as fast in a straight line. In FM26, he'll run into a congested midfield, lose the ball and leave a gaping hole in your defence that the AI, which is significantly smarter this year, will exploit instantly. This has pretty much changed scouting. You can no longer just filter for pace to 15 and win the league. You have to find players who fit that transition. Go to any FM community right now and you'll see the same thing. My FM24 tactic isn't working, or the game is just scripted. It is not scripted. You're just being outcoached by an engine that finally understands space. In the old FM, intensity was the king. If you turn your pressing up to a maximum and told your players to get stuck in, the engine would often glitch out. The AI's passing. It was a brute force win. In FM26, rest defense is a real thing. You can commit 5 players forward in your in possession screen and don't set your in out possession shape to cover the counter attack. You will get shredded. The game now punishes maximum intensity with a new Fatigue 2.0 system. Players don't just get tired, they lose tactical discipline. Your world-class inverted wingback will stop inverting around the 70th minute because it's physically and mentally spent. If you haven't adjusted your meta tactic to account for this, you're dead in the water. So, if the meta is dead, what replaced it? Identity did. FM26 has moved the game closer to a role-playing game that is just a spreadsheet. You can't just be the winning manager. You have to be a specific type of manager. Are you a positional play coach? You'll spend hours on the new tactical visualizer. Are you a dice-style pragmatist? You'll focus on the set-piece portal, which is significantly deeper this year. The game now rewards consistency over exploitation. You know, if you keep changing the tactical shape every week to try and find the broken one, your player's tactical familiarity, which now has become a high impact on performance, will never reach the threshold you need to win. The meta is no longer formation, the meta is stability. Some players hate this. They want the game to be a toy that they can break. They want to take a team from the Vanarama National North to the Champions League in 3 seasons using a 3 high striker formation that breaks the AI's brain. But FM26 is a drawing line in the sand. It's saying that if you want to be the best, you have to actually understand football. You have to understand why a 3-2 build-up is safer than a 2-3. You have to understand why your star player might be the reason you're losing because he doesn't fit the in possession transition. The move to Unity, it wasn't just a facelift. It was the end of the spreadsheet era and the beginning of the tactical era. Football Manager 26 is the hardest FM ever made. Not because of the AI cheats, because of the cheat codes relied on 10 years have been deleted. The 4-2-3-1 gegenpress isn't just a god-tier tactic anymore, it's just a choice. And every choice in FM26 now has a consequence. So my advice, stop looking for the best tactic on YouTube, stop trying to find the broken wonder kid, and start looking at your team shape. Watch the match on comprehensive highlights, and see where your players are standing when you don't have the ball. The method is dead, long live the manager.